Hi everyone, welcome. Thanks for joining me today. We're going to talk about stereognosis or hepatic perception, which is the ability to identify an object without actually looking at it, so using your sense of touch. Now, why is this important? Have you ever looked for your keys in a bag without actually looking? Maybe you're talking to someone while you're rifling through your bag. Or when you're buttoning a shirt, you're not always looking in front of the mirror. And once you reach the top buttons, you might not be able to actually see. So you have to be able to sense the button and the buttonhole without looking. Or you're in a dark room and you're looking for the light switch. You have to be able to sense with your fingertips where the light switch is. So we use our stereognosis all the time. It's just not always super obvious. So how do you test this? There's several different ways of testing it, and you can be creative here. One of the ways would be to find 5 to 10 familiar objects. So objects like car keys, a hairbrush, sunglasses, a pen, something that you know that your patient is most likely going to be able to identify. Now, you'll occlude your patient's vision, and you can do this several different ways. You choose your pick. And you'll start with their unaffected side. So the side where you think that everything will be a little bit easier here, just to make sure that they recognize these objects. You'll hand them one object at a time and ask them to identify it. You might give them 5 to 10 seconds to do that. After you've done all of those on the first side, you'll go to their affected side. So you'll do the same thing, just make sure that you give them the objects in a different order so that they haven't just memorized the order. So that is one way of testing stereognosis. Now, if the patient has missed maybe half of the items, then you would probably say that they have a stereognosis. Now, what happens if your patient has aphasia? So if they cannot express themselves fully with words, there are a few options. You could allow them to describe the item. So, oh, it's metal, it has a jaggedy part, it has a little bit of weight, I use this to open things. Some people with aphasia, that won't work. So you could give them a chart with lots of different pictures and they would pick whichever picture is the same as the object they're holding. Another option would be to have 2 bins and you would have them find an item or hold the item in one bin and then identify that item in the other bin. So using the same hand though. Something to note is that you only do one hand at a time. They don't get both hands to work on figuring out what the item is. Anyways, I hope that was helpful. If you have questions or other topics you'd like me to address, let me know in the comments and have a great day.